Good afternoon. This is your sixth number of digital class for the chapter electrostatic potential and capacitance. It comes under the unit electrostatics. Now today we are going to discuss this few topics. The first topic which you are going to discuss is your electrical capacitance. Now what is electrical capacitance? As per the definition, it says that the measure of the ability of a conductor to store electric charge is known as electrical capacitance of the conductor. It means if a conductor has the ability to store more charge, it means it has more electrical capacitance. Now as per the expression for the potential is your V equal to KQ by R. Already we have discussed in our previous classes. Now what it says that potential of a conductor can be increased if we increase the charge. So charge and potential is directly proportional. So if we consider the charge is Q on a conductor and V is the potential of the conductor, then you can say that Q proportional to V. Now if you want to bring proportional with the equal sign, then you have to bring one constant. That constant is your Q equal to CV. Now what is C? C is the constant of proportionality and is known as electrical capacitance or capacity of the conductor. So C equal to Q by V. Now you can define from this mathematical expression what is C. Now if we consider V equal to 1, then C equal to Q. So you can say that electrical capacitance is the charge required to raise the potential of a conductor by 1 unit. Now let us go for the note. Now capacitance basically is a scalar quantity because Q is scalar and V is also scalar. Now SI unit of capacitance is your farad. It is after the name of the scientist. Now you can use this expression to define farad. So if you consider C equal to 1 farad, then Q equal to 1 coulomb and V equal to 1 volt. So you can say that capacitance of a conductor is said to be 1 farad if 1 coulomb of charge is required to resist potential by 1 volt as per this expression. Now if charge becomes 1, potential becomes 1, then C becomes 1. So C becomes 1 farad if Q equal to 1 coulomb and V equal to 1 volt. Now regarding the dimension, we are going to use this expression again, C equal to Q by V. So if you consider this one, C equal to Q by V, then dimension Q is here as per the expression, as per the definition for the current, rate of flow of charge. So Q equal to AT. So V is here what? W by Q. So Q goes up again. So again you will get AT. So W is here M1 L2 T minus 2. Now if you simplify, it comes out to be your M minus 1 L minus 2 A2 T minus 2 goes up, then it becomes T4. So this is the dimension for the capacity or capacitance, electrical capacitance of a conductor. Now let me go this part, capacitor or condenser. Now we are going to define this term, what is capacitor. So as per the definition, it says that a capacitor consists of two conductors of any shape separated by a non-conducting medium such that it can store electric charge. So capacitor or condenser is nothing but a device which stores electric charge. Now the symbol for the capacitor, this is your fixed capacitance, the capacitor with fixed capacitance, two parallel line, both have the same length, and variable capacitance, this is the arrow 1, the arrow 1 shows that variable capacitance. So now regarding classification, so classification, we have said that capacitor is nothing but a combination of two conductor of any shape separated by non-conducting medium. So based on the shape and the non-conducting medium, you can classify capacitors. So capacitors are classified on the basis of the shape of the conductor. So you will get cylindrical capacitor, spherical capacitor, based on the shape of the conductor, and based on the dielectric medium of the dielectric or non-conducting medium between the conductor, you can classify capacitors. Sometimes it is paper capacitor, sometimes it is capacitor with any kind of gas, and sometimes capacitor with air. So like this you can classify based on the shape of the conductor as well as the medium in between the two conductors. Now what is the purpose of the capacitor? It is used to store electric charge. Already we have said that a capacitor consists of two conductors of any shape separated by non-conducting medium such that it can store electric charge. So purpose is to store electric charge. Now there are many uses, electrical appliances such as fans, motors, etc. you will get many uses for the capacitor. Now the common capacitor which we are going to discuss is your parallel plate capacitor. Now what is parallel plate capacitor? As per the definition, a parallel plate capacitor consists of two equally and oppositely charged plates of equal area separated by a certain distance. So if you consider this one, these two plates of equal area separated by certain distance and oppositely charged. So this is your charge density plus sigma and this is your minus sigma. So this combination can be defined as your parallel plate capacitor because the plates are parallel. Now let me try to go for this important topic because we are going to use this topic afterwards. Principle of parallel plate capacitor. Now what is that one? Capacitance of a charged conductor is increased by bringing another uncharged conductor connected to earth near it when some non-conducting medium is placed between them. Now let me try to explain this part. So you see, this is your conductor or positively charged conductor. Okay. Now already we have defined capacitor is nothing but an arrangement which is used to store charge. If the capacitor can able to store more charge, it means it has more capacity or capacitance. Now here you do have a charged conductor and this is your uncharged. Now when you bring a uncharged conductor near a charged conductor, what will happen? The charge separation occur by the method of induction. So this side will be your negative because this is your positive and this side is your positive. So nearer face becomes opposite charge and far face becomes like charge. So what we have done, we have connected this side to the earth. Now this is disconnected. Now here what we will do, we will connect the key. This is the connected side with the earth. So what will happen? The positive charge goes to the ground. Now initially you do have negative charge as well as positive charge due to the method of induction. So the negative charge, what it will do, it will try to nullify some of the positive charge, and the positive charge, what it will do, it will try to increase the potential. Now when you connected this part to the ground, what will happen? You do have only negative charge. So this negative charge will try to reduce some of the positive charge which is available in the conductor. Now if you try to reduce some of the positive charge, it means now you do have less number of charge. So if it has less number of charge, what you can do, you can add some more charge. So if you can add some more charge, it means you are increasing the capacitance of the conductor, because capacitance or capacity is nothing but the ability to store charge. If you can add more amount of charge on the conductor, it means it has more capacity. So let me to repeat once again. So you do have a charged conductor, you do have uncharged. So when I bring uncharged in front of charge, method of induction occur, and as a result charges comes. Near face it becomes unlike charge and far face it becomes like charge. So far face we have connected with the earth. This diagram shows that there is no connection, only the connected wire is there. Now when you connect this one to the earth, what will happen? The positive charge goes. So now what it will do, this negative charge will try to nullify some of the positive charge which is available in the conductor. So if it nullifies some of the positive charge, it means there are some empty spaces available now. So what you can do, you can add more amount of charge. So if you can add more amount of charge, it means it has more capacitance. So the formula which you are going to use it here, the important formula, C equal to Q by V. C is your capacitance, Q is your charge, and V is the potential. So this is very important topic. We are going to use this topic in our next class. So please go through the definition as well as the simple mathematics.